We wanted a voice. We wanted to be heard. And heard we were.
And heard we were.
And heard we were.
And heard we were.
Jerry Parco Lavasco grew up during the Depression in the Fort, a Gloucester neighborhood that has long housed the city's newest arrivals. The daughter of Sicilian immigrants, she lived in an apartment building on Commercial Court adjacent to Pavilion Beach. Most families had 6, 7, or 8 children, she remembers. The ocean was our playground. At night, we could hear the ocean splashing on our windows. We were that close. At age 15, to help support her family, Jerry left school and took a job as a seamstress. I was called a collar girl, as I worked on the collar of the jackets, and that was quite a job because of the exquisite detail it required. Then, during World War II, she made parachutes for the Mighty Mac Corporation. A co-founder of the Gloucester Fishermen's Wives Association, Jerry Lavasco has played an important role in the organization since its earliest days. She was among the wives who traveled to Washington with a dory in tow to testify on behalf of the United States 200-mile limit law. She lent a crucial hand in the wives' highly successful cookbook, A Taste of Gloucester.
You know, with Angela, we went to from the State House to the White House to, the United Nations to the Smithsonian to both state fish fairs, all the way across everywhere. Someone had to defend our husbands because you're making all these rules and regulations and doing all these things. And you know what, with no voice from the fishermen. But the fact is that she gave her life for the Gloucester Fishermen's Wives, besides being tormented. And I'm telling you, we were tormented. I was on there. She'd say, you deal with the 750 men out here. Keep them down because there's going to be a strike. There's going to be, and there were cars flipping everywhere. And I'm going to go in there with Kennedy, and we're going to the governor. I'm going like, you're leaving me here with them? This is the first job you want me to do? Yeah, and tell them whatever. And the things they were still saying, go back to your kitchens. Go, you don't belong here. You have no idea what it is to fish. I know that. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to cry. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. I shouldn't be here. That's it. I'm done. You know what? I'm done. And I just remembered Angela saying, I need you. I've been with the wives and by her side, and we're still saying, just listen to us. We need your help. Put us at the table. The respect that Angela has around this whole country, because she's very well known everywhere, including other countries, is amazing because they know she is not a selfish person that says, I just want it for my size boat. Because she could say, forget it. Her husband retired. Her brother's fine, to say goodbye. No, she wants what's right.
Grace Misraga Favaza was a woman of faith and action, a fisherman's wife, a daughter, a sister, She knew very well the perils of commercial fishing, America's most dangerous occupations. Grace was born the year the St. Peter's Fiesta occupations. Birth is a neighborhood celebration. She would always say, I don't want to sit around and watch TV. I want to be helpful. Back on Cape Ann, she became certified as a nurse's aide, enabling her to administer to the elderly and the homebound. She volunteered at the home care facility at Blackburn Office Park. She was an election poll watcher while also taking an active role also taking an active religious organizations such as the Mother of Grace Club, the Madonna del Rosario Society, the St. Peter's Novena Committee, and the Gloucester Fishermen's Wives Association, of which she was one of the founders and longtime member. One of her fondest memories was of going to Washington, D.C. for the Smithsonian Institution salute to the GFWA, or the Gloucester Fishermen's Wives. Grace was a very fun-loving, very active, very loving and caring person that she could not say no to anyone. She is greatly missed by any and all that knew her, and we miss her.
We wanted a voice. We wanted to be heard. And heard we were.
And heard we were.
And heard we were. We were.
And heard we were.
Cooking is Safathia's passion, advocacy is her calling. An award-winning community health liaison for Addison Gilbert Hospital and a respected mayor for the city of Gloucester. She is a fearless ally in all those who might otherwise have no voice, senior citizens, children, those who are ill, jobless, without adequate food, housing, or medical coverage. I live and breathe for the people's rights, says Safathia. This is not a job to me, this is life. She has stood her ground when fishermen disgruntled her over new regulations, have shouted at her, get back to the kitchen. She has told them, you have a choice, either work with those trying to save the fish and fishing industry or be left behind. I am not Joan of Arc. I am not going to change the world, says Safathia. I have a lot of different clients. I bond with them. I've walked in so many shoes. I've been rich, I've been poor, I've been overweight, I've been thin. I help people with addiction, mental depression, all kinds of problems. I don't want to change people, I just want to wake them. Safathia speaks truth to power and undoubtedly always will.
I give all the credit to Lena. She was unbelievable. She really was a very strong person, and she encouraged us to keep on going. And a lot of the issues that we fought, we went to a hearing in Boston for the Interior Department for oil drilling in Georges Bank. We were posting it. So Lena testified. And at the end of her testimony, we were leaving, and this guy comes towards us, very tall with a cowboy hat, and said, Mrs. Novello. She goes, yeah. She said, really, you don't believe that oil and fish don't mix? She goes, who said that? She says, oil and fish mix very well. She says, and he said, why didn't you say that in your testimony? She goes, olive oil, corn oil, sesame oil, but not crude oil. A place in her heart for immigrants because her parents immigrated from Italy and from Sicily, basically. All the Gloucester Italian people, they all come from Sicily. And she always used to tell me, Angela, never forget to mention about the immigrants. Never forget. Without them, we will not have an industry. I believe the final dream of her life was the erect the Gloucester Fisherman's Wife Memorial. It took us 20 years, but we did it. And she was there that day, and I know that she was the happiest person in the whole 5,000 people crowd that was there. She had no limit in a way to promote the industry, protect the industry, and protect Gloucester. Gloucester was the love of her life.